What you making, DIYers? It's Walker and Remi with DIWHY.LIFE. And in this episode, we are going to be unboxing and assembling the Chatham REV Plus ST Step-Through Beach Cruiser e-bike. You excited? Woo! Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. Slicey slice, city slice. I am getting good at opening these boxes, I must say. And there she is. My wife picked out this one. She got the matcha color. It's kind of a light greenish blue. It's really pretty. Try to lift this out in one fell swoop. Everything is zip tied together nicely, so it all kind of comes out in one unit. Just need to find a good place to grab it. Do this with our legs. We've got two boxes in here, so we'll snip, snip, snip. We'll get all of the packing materials removed from the bike. Then we can start assembling. Now that all the packing is removed, we can go ahead and start the assembly process. I'm going to start with the handlebars. I like getting these things up off the ground so they're not awkwardly flopping around while you're trying to work. You want to turn them so that the sticker that says front is that way and they have a slight bend out towards the front. That's the proper direction. Now, how do we do this? Oh, just like this. Oh, there's a cap on this. Remove that. Open up this box. Find our super handy multifunction tool. Yeah, then this is actually the only tool you need to put the whole bike together. You can do the whole thing with this tool. Before we tighten this down, we want to make sure it's nice and straight and aligned with our forks. Okay, I think this actually goes. Here's our computer. So we'll loosen this up a little bit. Swing our handlebars up. There's little hash marks engraved on the handlebars, and you know you're dead center when you don't really see the hash marks. That looks like a comfortable position for the handlebars. Okay. Next, we'll do the wheel. Let's remove the temporary bracket that ships with the bike. This is just to keep the forks from bending. Going sideways on you. There we go. Comes right off. Yeah, you can just discard this or hold on to it if you like. Now we'll install our wheel. The only thing you really want to make sure when you're installing the wheel is that you've got the disc brake on the same side as the disc brake actuator. You want to loosen these up nice and loose. This bike has safety washers on both sides. And what the safety washers do is they have a little nub on them, which goes inside this hole right here. So in the event that this bolt becomes loose, if you were to pull up on the handlebars for whatever reason, the wheel wouldn't fly off and send you flying. Make sure our disc is in the correct slot of the disc brake assembly. The wheel looks like it's balanced. It's got about the same amount of space on this side as this side. Just want to make sure the wheel's straight before we tighten this thing down. One thing I love about Retrospec bikes is all of them come with a kickstand. And I don't know when we got too cool for kickstands, but heck, I love them. I mean, look at that. No more holding up the bike while you work. Yep, good. And we can do a front disc brake check. Spin the wheel. Yep. And you can hear it just a little bit touching the brake, the disc, and that's fine. That'll work itself out as you ride. As long as it's not impeding the wheel's ability to spin, you're good. This is the right side, it's the drive side, chain side, however you want to say it. And this screws on clockwise, just as you would expect. Okay. And then the left one here is the one that turns backwards, counterclockwise. Okay. It's nice and tight. Pedals are done. Let's do the seat next. Ooh, it's pretty. That's a nice looking saddle. I like it. Let me just... Whoopsie. This just goes right on there. One of these nuts adjusts the angle of the seat, and one of them tightens the seat onto the post. This one might adjust the seat angle, but you want them both tightened down real tight. To get this thing real tight, I think I want to use my crescent wrench. Oh yeah, nice and tight. Very good. Okay, the seat probably needs a little bit of adjustment. You want this latch to be a little difficult, so you turn this a couple times and it'll get harder and harder. This is also when you want to straighten out your seat. Yeah, should be kind of hard to do. And then you know it's nice and tight. Okay, let's move on to the lights. This light should just slide and that'll snap. And then you got a little plastic tab here you pull. Make sure it works. Just remove this, probably by hand. Slide the light on like so. put that back through there, get the washer, get the nut. This light is pretty fancy. It gets controlled through the touch screen. It has a connector here that you have to connect. And there's a little tab on this side and a notch on that side. And it goes right, and they mate together just nicely. Just like that. Let's finish tightening it down. That's tight. And we can tighten this down too. Well, that actually seems pretty tight. You want it pointing slightly downward to illuminate the street in front of you. And we can remove this protective film. Yeah, we did good. We got it all. Oh, this reflector needs to be tightened down. And this does have, you can loosen this, and it does have a little tilt feature here as well. Okay, real quick, we'll go over some basic operation of the bike. This is the Shimano 7-speed shifter. You shift using the trigger and the thumb, goes up and down. Brakes, rear on the right, front on the left. To turn on the lights, the back one is easy. It's just got a switch. Switch that on. Every once in a while you may need to replace the battery in that light since it's not connected. And then the front light, you'll actually turn on and off with the computer. So you press the M button, press and hold the M button to turn the bike on. Now it's in the on position. And we can confirm that it's on by hitting the throttle. This is your thumb throttle. Lift up the back of the bike. Yep. And the bike is functioning. To turn on the light, you press and hold the plus button for a few seconds, and the light comes on. Press and hold again, and the light goes off. To increase the pedal assist, you'll push the plus button. A 0 pedal assist means it functions just like a regular bike. No electric assist whatsoever. Go up to 1, it gives you a little bit more of a boost. Go up to 2, all the way up to 5, and actually all the way up to 6. Yeah, that's right, there's 5 assist levels. So yeah, you can go all the way up to 6. And this will be the maximum assist. This will get you the quickest acceleration and the fastest top speed, which I believe is 20 miles an hour. And then to go back down to different levels, you just hit the minus button on the keypad here. I recommend leaving it in 0 when you're getting on and off and walking the bike around, because it is a little startling sometimes if you just jump on and the pedals move a little bit. It kind of wants to take off on you. So I just leave it in 0. To charge the battery, you're going to want to turn off the bike. You can charge the battery while the battery is on the bike or off the bike. It's your choice. This is the charger that comes with the bike. I believe it puts out 48 volts, which is quite a bit. So it should charge your bike pretty quickly. Plug this end into the wall. It's important that you don't use things like extension cords with your charger, and you're going to want to do all your charging in a well-ventilated area because it does get kind of warm, so just be mindful of that. To charge without removing the battery, simply access the charge port right here on the side of the bike with this little rubber flap cover. And you'll see that the charger has an interesting quad pattern here. And there's an arrow that you're going to want to match up the arrow to the white dot in the charging port, like so. And once that's plugged in, the light should go from green to red. To charge your battery when it's off the bike, you're going to need your keys that came with the bike. First thing you're going to want to do is put the keys in, turn it clockwise to the unlock position, and then there's a slide here which will release the battery. So as soon as you turn it to the unlock position, the battery kind of drops down, but it's still being held in place. As soon as you push this release button up, the battery will then come out. And now that the battery is removed, you just kind of flip it over to the side where the access port is. You'll see there's a white dot here on the port, which matches up with the white arrow on the charger. So when it's green, then you just simply unplug. And there's a quick battery check button right here you can press to see what your battery status is real quick. And to put the battery back on, you'll angle it in the position that it was originally in and just give it a nice firm press, and it'll click back into place. And then you can remove the key if you like. Yeah, and that's it. The screen on the bicycle tells you all kinds of things. It tells you your current battery level with these bars here. It tells you your current speed in miles per hour. Sometimes these bikes ship in kilometers per hour, and you can switch it to miles per hour by simultaneously pressing the plus and minus buttons and then pressing the up. Oh, you can change the brightness level of the screen. And here in set 3, you can change from miles to kilometers, but because we're in the US, I'm going to keep it miles. And I believe this might be the wheel size. You might be able to change, put different wheels on the bike. You can set the wheel size. And then to get out of this menu, just press and hold the M button, and you'll go back to the regular screen. And to power off the bike, you press and hold the M button from the main screen, and then it'll power off. So the keys are not necessary to use and ride the bike. The keys are only needed to remove the battery. Here's a disclaimer sticker. Must be 16 years or older to operate this bike. Do not ride this bicycle until you're thoroughly read and understood the owner's manual. Always wear a helmet and follow the state and local bicycle laws and regulations. The bicycle is not designed for stunts or jumping. Never ride at night. Never ride while intoxicated. Questions, contact Retrospec. Well, that about does it for the unboxing, assembly, and basic operation of the Chatham REV Plus. In my next video, I'll take her for a maiden voyage and see how she rides. If you have any questions or comments about the Chatham REV Plus, please leave them below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you next time. This bike really should come with a bell. This is a total bell kind of bike. I guess that's the only thing it's missing. Oh, and a basket. A basket for this bike would be perfect. In fact, probably gonna pick one up. I think Retrospec sells baskets, so we'll get a basket for her.